What's up? This is Napier back with another video. I just basically wanted to come up here real quick and just tell black people that we got to stop falling for the same tricks over and over. Like, we should be insulted at this point with the tricks and the games that these people are playing with us every day, all day. Like, it should be really insulting at this time. Like, there's no reason that we're the only group that gets talked to in hip hop terms. Like, there's no reason that Kamala Harris should be on the BET Awards talking about she out here in these streets and we got eyeballs and ears and ain't none of us ever seen or heard of her being in none of our streets or nowhere where we be at. But she got the audacity to tell people that she out here in these streets. Well, exactly what streets is she in? Because I ain't never seen her nowhere, and I ain't never seen her online doing nothing constructive for anybody in the streets. Not saying she got to be in the streets doing nothing bad, but I ain't never seen her doing nothing good either in the streets. So what I'm saying is that these people feel comfortable enough to talk to us in rap terms. And, you know, she brought us girls from the HBCU to the White House and played them Sexy Red. Like, they wouldn't do that to no other group of people. And we got to quit falling for this stuff. It's the same thing with Obama. Like, y'all didn't notice that. Let me show y'all how cold the game is and how dumb they think we are. And it's kind of working because they got away with it. But check this out. Obama was the president for 8 years. Who was his vice president? Joe Biden. They skipped 4 years and let Trump become the president. And then Joe Biden turns around and becomes the president. And now he got a black lady as his vice president. And y'all don't see the coincidence in that. And then the thing about both of these black people is they not really black. Like, look at Kamala Harris's face just for a minute. Just look at her face. And don't get me wrong, I know we come in all shades and colors and eye color and all that. But just really look at her face. Y'all do know they sell foundation and makeup and stuff to make you look darker and shit, right? Like, so that's what I'm saying. It's not... Judge Joe Brown and them showed this video of this Indian dude that shaved all his hair off and pretended to be black so he can get some kind of college grant thing. And this motherfucker went through 8 years of college like this, pretending to be black. So if y'all think for a minute that they can't use somebody else with brown skin to trick us, you crazy. And they do it all the time. Like, they literally are just putting black... Like, Obama becoming the president was for many reasons, but none to help us out. Like, it just wasn't. And I know y'all don't want to hear that, but none of these reasons that he's the president was ever about us. They did that. One, if you notice, what they're doing now is they're making a lot of black stuff on our behalf. It's just like the BET Awards with them being mad about the OJ thing. We don't own BET. So that's white people that made that OJ tribute just to piss other white people off so they can get them talking and saying shit about us. And that's what they doing. They put Obama in office to piss off them and to do other agenda. Just ain't just to piss them off, but that was a big part of it because at the end of the day, you can easily go look up. I mean, and don't get me wrong, they've scrubbed the internet a lot, especially YouTube, of a lot of videos, but had y'all known this stuff back when I started finding this stuff out 12 years ago, there was videos on the news about how Obama is George Bush, Dick Cheney, Tom Hanks, Warren Buffett, Madonna, Vlad the Impaler, all these different people's cousin. And his mom's white. And nobody ever talks about his mom. They always just talk about his skin and look at Obama and Michelle. Nobody ever goes into these people's backgrounds. And that's the problem, is that y'all got to start looking into people's backgrounds and stop falling for the tricks, because this is what they do all the time. Like, you can't infiltrate China with a Mexican. You got to send somebody Chinese. And it's the same thing they done been figured out about us. Everything we've ever created, they sent other black people there to destroy it. It was black people that shot Malcolm X. Not saying that it was they plan and it was just all them in it, because I don't believe that. I believe the police and other people was into it too. But at the end of the day, they had to send black people to do it, because if a group of white men would have walked in there with guns or whatever, trying to even post up and get their rocks off, people would have noticed it. So it would have been a whole different situation. So that's just how it is. Like, you know, like when you watch videos, even if it's something like with nature, these dudes will put on fake lion costumes to get close to lions. fake fucking gorilla outfits to get close to gorillas. This is the extent that people will go to try to trick shit, because they're doing it to animals and everything, and y'all can see this clearly on the internet. So I just wanted to just tell y'all that, because like I said, the Black Lives Matter was made to make people mad at us. All they did was, like, if y'all notice, when we had them George Floyd riots and protests, it was all these white people out there with it, until they said that he was a crackhead. And that's when everybody got mad. That's when everybody started criticizing Black Lives Matter. But we didn't start Black Lives Matter. Them two girls they put on the front cover of that ain't where they get the money from. They'll never say that part. They just telling y'all about how much money they spent. Them girls ain't got nothing to do with that. Whoever created that, which was a Hungarian billionaire, I'm not going to go into detail, but you can find that information out too. He paid and funded all that. No different than the NAACP was funded and created by David Rockefeller. I think one of the Rockefeller's sisters-in-laws started Spelman. So that's what I'm saying. They'll start this stuff and then put black on it, and then we just gravitate to it. So we got to stop falling for these tricks. Like I said, the tricks they using us with music, making all this ridiculous music, making all this destruction music. We got to quit falling for all this, but we definitely got to quit falling for this political stuff, because I said there's no reason that Joe Biden should feel comfortable telling somebody black that you ain't black if you don't vote for me. That should never, he should never, like, they should have let him have it so bad that he'd never even think about saying nothing that stupid. So I just wanted to put that out there and just let people know, because like I said, it's just, to me, I'm just tired of seeing the tricks. Like, these tricks have been working on us for centuries and decades, and we got to start getting smarter and catching on to what's going on, man, because if we don't, they just gonna keep running game on us. And the effects that it's having on people's minds, it just ain't a good look, because like I said, it's already about to be a division out here over the voting thing, which I don't know why nobody's voting, because y'all not getting nothing. There hasn't been one president out of all these 50s of presidents. It ain't been one that's really ever helped the black community. So I don't know why this voting thing is so important for everybody. Like I said, I don't participate in it because I just don't feel like it. Like, I just feel like I'm not doing this with these people. Like, it's like watching wrestling. I don't feel like doing that. I'm not playing with these people. I done seen too much. I done seen the symbolism they done put in these movies. The same year that Hillary Clinton and Trump was running for president, if you watched The Purge too, they had the exact same outfits on that they was on TV on in those movies. They just didn't call them Trump and Hillary, but it was a girl and it was a woman. I mean, it was a man and a woman going to get each other for political position in that movie, and they had on the exact same outfits, from the earrings to the socks. And that is not by accident. That is not no coincidence. So I just want y'all to quit falling for all these tricks and just start opening your eyes and quit taking everything on the surface. Start pulling back the layers, and that's when you'll start finding the truth. Quit looking at everything on the surface, because on the surface you're going to see what they want you to see. But when you start pulling back the layers, then you'll start seeing what it really is. All right, now.